On the 23rd day of May, Aminu Babba Danagundi filed a case at the Federal High Court in Kano, seeking amongst others an order of interim injunction suspending operation of the Kano State Emirate Council Repeal Law 2024 as it affects all offices and institutions of the Emirate Council created pursuant to the provisions of the Kano State Emirate Council Law 2019. An order of interim injunction restraining the Kano State government from operationalizing Kano State Emirate Council Repeal Law 2024. And citing the need to maintain peace and security in the state, the trial judge restrains the Kano State government from enforcing the Kano State Emirate Council Repeal Law 2024. That case marked the beginning of the legal conundrum which Kano finds itself today. We have in our studios the man who initiated the case, Aminu Babba Danagundi. He is the Sarkin Dawaki of Kano. Very warm welcome to Newsnight.
Good evening.
How does Aminu Babba feel with the imbroglio that has engulfed, Kano State, the Emirate Council?
Yes, good evening. It is very unfortunate that this has happened. I am the one that went to court to challenge that law. I am the Sarkin Dawaki Babba of Kano. I am a member of the Emirate Council in Kano. I am a kingmaker with the Kano Emirate. I am a member also of the Council of Emirs. I am also the district of Nasara in Kano State, one of the most populated local government in the whole country. That law, which they said they repealed, touches on our fundamental right. That was the reason why I went to court to challenge that law on behalf of myself and the Emir of Kano and all the other Emirates. That was why I went to challenge the law.
What fundamental part of your right would you say have been impinged for you to have approached a court that has been said by our constitution does not have the legal requisites to adjudicate in a chieftaincy matter, approaching the Federal High Court? Some analysts say you went through the back door. Remember, the judge was on vacation when he first granted that interim injunction?
Well, I don't know whether he's on vacation or not. I don't believe he's on vacation. All the people that are saying that this is not a chieftaincy affair. We went to court on our fundamental human rights. This law was repealed by the Kano State House of Assembly. Of course, the State House of Assembly has all the right to repeal laws.
To legislate.
To legislate, repeal a law, as the case may be. But before they do that, there are procedures, there are rules. Even there are rules of the house itself, which I think they have not followed that rule. In that rule, if they want this law, they are amending or they are repealing, it affects so many people.
Can I ask you, the 2019 Emirate Council law,
yes,
that was what was used to dethrone the 14th Emir Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi, you were a kingmaker then. Were his fundamental rights not abridged then?
Even if it was...
In the way and manner it was detroit.
Okay, let me tell you.
Yeah.
It was not.
It followed due process?
Yes. He was given a query. Not once, not twice. I know very well. In fact, as an emir, you cannot challenge a governor, a sitting governor, which he did. If you remember very well, Ganduje wanted to do a railway project in Kano, just like what they are doing in Lagos. Lamido Sanusi, then the Emir of Kano, challenged the governor on that publicly. We are not saying that the Emir cannot challenge, cannot advise a governor if there are things he thinks he can, something that is better for the state. He didn't do that. He went to the press. If you see all the traditional rulers, even the way he dressed with his mouth covered, emirs are meant to seal their destiny. If there is anything they feel they want to advise the governor, they have access to the governor. They will go and advise him. Not go to the press and start talking. If you can recapitulate your memory well, when Kwankwaso was the governor of Kano State, Lamido Sanusi challenged him. Why did he build the Kano State House and so many other, since he challenged Kwankwaso?
What you call challenge may just, be concerned, information or advice.
Yes, I agree with you, but you can advise him, you have access to him. You can go and advise him. But what he did, just like he did to Ganduje, he went on air to the press and started talking.
But Kwankwaso did not remove him.
Kwankwaso wrote a letter. He was working with the First Bank. Kwankwaso wrote a letter to First Bank that they must dismiss him, remove him. Otherwise, he will withdraw all our funds, Kano State funds, from the bank. And the bank refused to
dismiss him. And he rose to become the CBN governor.
No. Hold it. They refused to dismiss him or remove him. So this is what he has been doing. He even did it to the former President Jonathan. And that's one of the reasons why they sacked him. He was removed. If you want to advise a leader and you have access to the leader, you can go and advise him, and then I'm sure he will listen to you. But you don't have to go to the press and start talking and saying that the leader does not know what he is doing, as he did to Ganduje, Kwankwaso, and Jonathan. That is not what he is supposed to do as a leader, as the Emir of Kano.
So you said you approached the courts, to institute a fundamental rights case.
Yes.
And this has really gotten beyond that now. Like I asked you, it has divided the Emirate. You now have two emirs. Bayero is in the mini palace in Nasarawa, and Sanusi is in the main palace. And now government agencies have become interlopers in this matter. Are you not worried that this combustive situation could really snowball? Is there any political solution to it?
The reason why Kano was calm and nothing has happened was because of the court ruling. That order they gave. If not because of that, Kano could have been something else today.
From what party would that be coming from?
The supporters of Aminu Ado Bayero in Kano.
They are ready for war?
If you go to Kano, 80% of the people in Kano do not support what they did, what the government did, what the National Assembly did. 80% of the people in Kano. We have over 20 million people in Kano. You can ask anybody. Anybody you know in Kano, ask him. Anybody, just go and ask people. They don't support what they have done.
But
and like I said,
but the Kano people turned out during the Salah celebration for the Durbar, you know, which is an annual festival during the Salah and other, you know, big occasions for the Emirate and the rest. And that was called by Emir Sanusi.
But if you were watching the film, the procession, he was stoned. People were stoning him, meaning that they are not happy with him. And if you can recapitulate your memory also, when they appoint Sanusi, there was riot in Kano. Go back to your records. There was riot in Kano. In fact, they have to move him with area thugs to the palace. And like we said, if you appoint an emir that people like, why did you appoint him, take him to the palace by 2:30 in the night? 2:30 in the night. It is never done in the history of Kano. Over 200 years, it has never been done. This is the first time we are seeing this kind of thing, and it's very unfortunate.
But the records have it that you once challenged Emir Bayero in court several years ago. What happened? What's your interest here?
True. I challenged him. I won in the High Court. I won in the Court of Appeal. I know what has happened in the Supreme Court.
What has happened?
And what I was saying is, he removed me from my title of Sarkin Dawaki, which I challenged him. I challenged that action. In fact, he didn't remove me. He said he wants to change my title from Sarkin Dawaki to another title. I refused because this is a title I inherit from my father, and I don't want any other title. And I challenged him, and in the same fair hearing, he can remove me. The governor can remove an emir if he wants to remove him, but he has to follow due process. You just don't remove an emir like Emir of Kano in a day without any query, without any. He was in a national assignment. He went to Lagos just for him to hear on radio that he has been removed. It is never done. We are not civil servants, we are public servants. We are being fed by public money. So nobody has the right to remove you from what you are or what you have been doing. Just like that. It's not done.
But the state government now has asked Emir Bayero to quit the Nasarawa mini palace because the government has earmarked 99.9 million naira for its renovation. If Bayero is still the emir, why is he staying in the mini palace?
Okay,
why is he not in the mini palace?
Please go to Kano today. Go to the primary schools in Kano. All the primary schools in Kano, they don't have chair to sit. Most of the primary schools, go and see the position of where they are, how they are.
So have you, as a kingmaker in the palace, have been advising the government of the days before Yusuf's government?
Let me tell you. You have not answered that. The governor cannot, there is a court order. When I went to court, I got an order. That order is very, very clear. I challenge the law. I challenge the law. So the judge, in his own wisdom, gave us an order to maintain status quo ante. Meaning, as at today, in the eyes of the law, it is Aminu Bayero who is the Emir of Kano. Not even the governor can change it. Because every citizen of this country, we rely on rule of law. The governor cannot do it. The governor does not have power just to remove any public servant anyhow without giving him fair hearing.
In that law, I don't want to try to interpret it because it spoke from two sides of the mouth.
What is the two sides?
Given you, yes, saying that status quo should be maintained.
Yes.
It never said the appointment of Sanusi was illegal.
They said
there is going to be, until there is a determination at the Court of Appeal.
no.
You still have the State High Court still adjudicating in this matter. So it's a little topsy-turvy here.
It is not. It is not. We went to court. We told the court, this is what is happening. Our rights, fundamental rights, is about to be breached. So the court gave us an order. Gave an order. The order, you can read the order. The order is very clear. Maintain status quo ante. Meaning you have to revert to the former position before the law. That's ante. Maintain status quo ante. That is before that law. And then the judge, in his own wisdom, said, okay, since you are talking about jurisdiction, come and address me on jurisdiction, which they did. We went on the 13th, the lawyers addressed him, and he gave a ruling that he has the jurisdiction to attend to fundamental rights of any citizen in Nigeria. Just like what Sunusi did when they removed him. He went to the Federal High Court to challenge that law. I mean, to challenge his banishment, fundamental human right. That's what has happened. And even the Emir of Gondu are in court, Federal High Court. He won in the High Court, he won in the Court of Appeal, they are in the Supreme Court, waiting for the final judgment of that suit.
Yeah.
So I don't see any problem. People are just trying to make sense. It's very, very clear. And after that, when we got that order, again we approached the court. Motion on notice that we want the court. We want the court that the state governor has violated the order given by the court, because he went ahead to appoint an emir when the court has said maintain status quo ante. The governor is not supposed to do that. The governor is not supposed to do that. He doesn't have the right to do that because that's the rule of law. Once the court tells you stay here, you must stay.
All right, Sarkin Dawaki Babba of Kano.
Yes.
Now, Kano State seems to be in a conundrum right now. You would agree, and you've said, I mean, the entire state is in a very pensive and tensed mood. How, do we resolve this dispute so as to return peace to Kano?
Easy. Follow the rule of law. Follow the rule of law. Once you do that, that's why we have courts. If this court gives you an order, you don't agree, you go and appeal. But you don't say because you are a governor or whoever you are, you say, I will not follow the rule of law. It's not done anywhere in the world. If they want peace, they will follow the rule of law. That's the only solution. We went to court. We went to court. And like I told you, if they appoint an emir, why do you have to do a law in one day? In less than 48 hours. You say you have done first reading, second reading, third reading.
Isn't it their prerogative?
That is, if all the members agree.
There was no dissenting view.
There is. All the APC members disagree. Even one member in MPP disagree. And the law says, until all of them agree. Otherwise, that 3 days, you must do it. And for that law, you just don't go and change a law. You have to publish it in a national newspaper before you change, because it affects so many people, the rights of so many people. Over 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people lost their job. You can't do that. And even the law that the governor is relying to appoint Sunusi does not even exist. Does not exist. But this is something we will go and challenge in the court. But meantime, it is very, very, very clear. I have it here. You want me to read it? I can read it for you. It's very, very clear that every step, it is hereby ordered as follows. That every step taken by the dependents in pursuance of the Kano State Emirate Council Repeal Law 2024 are hereby annulled and set aside. That, however, this order does not affect the validity of the Kano State Emirate Council Repeal Law 2024.
You can see the two sides of that order.
There is no two sides.
There are two sides.
No.
But we'll leave that. It's not for me to interpret. You can interpret because you are involved here.
No.
It's very straightforward.
No, this is very straightforward. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Quickly explain, because we don't have all the time.
No.
Yeah, go on.
This is very clear that whatever the governor, after that law, whatever is a nullity. He does not touch on the substantive issue, because that is the main issue. If he touches on that issue, if we go to Court of Appeal, of course they will knock us down. The man is intelligent. I don't know him, but that judge is an intelligent judge.
All right.
If he has gone into the substantive issue, we will have problem in the Court of Appeal. He is being very, very careful. But what the law is very, very clear. Aminu is the Emir of Kano.
He has spoken about your fundamental rights, which you challenged, and at the same time, he never nullified the 2024 Kano Emirate Council repeal law by the House of Assembly.
No.
That is what that law is said there. It's not for you and I. Sorry, Sarkin. If we had all the time in the world, we would have discussed it, but it's not for me or you to start interpreting.
I disagree with you. This is
it's not my opinion here.
No. Even from this, it is very, very, very clear.
Yes,
that whatever he has done, he has nullified it. The judge has nullified. But he does not want to talk on the substantive issue. The substantive issue, the issue will go in the Court of Appeal. First, we go to the Court of Appeal. They have appeal against the jurisdiction. So let's go. If they have jurisdiction, then we come back.
All right.
Because that is the main issue. It has nothing to do with the
let's
court
not preempt what the Court of Appeal will do.
What I'm saying is,
let's just hope that peace continues to reign in Kano State.
So long as Aminu Bayero is the Emir of Kano, peace will reign.
All right. Thank you so very much. Alhaji Aminu Babba is the Sarkin Dawaki Babba of Kano State. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Night.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
All right.